What's up, YouTube? It's Bobbles and Ball Cards and Mr. James Gillum, whose phone is ringing. I let him on the channel, now he's taking it over. Phone ringing,
Sorry.
interrupting the intro, but hey, I hope everybody's doing good out there. I hope you all have had a great week. I've had an awesome weekend hanging out with James, met up with Seth. Let's see, there was several things today at the show. Some surprising, well, actually all of it, a lot of it was surprising. And I want to say thank you to you guys that came up to me today that weren't in the group or had never messaged us before or anything, but came up and, like, out of nowhere, recognized me and, talked about the channel and how much they enjoyed it and everything. I really appreciate that because, and I apologize if I was, like, awkward because I didn't expect it. So thank you all. If you're watching out there or if you watch later on, thank you, because that was kind of like a shock to me that people like watch that much and actually can recognize me now at a show or whatever. So it was pretty cool. So we had a good day at the show, right?
Awesome.
He made some pickups. He's seen some what would you call them, dream cards.
Yep.
And y'all have seen what this man sends in, and there's some big stuff at these shows. Awesome stuff that you really won't see unless you go to a show like that. So it was a lot of fun. The show was actually smaller this time than it was even back when we went in October. That was kind of a surprise. I think a lot of it was because they kept rescheduling it. But then the other side of it, there wasn't many people there.
Right.
It was, a decent crowd, but it was nothing like I expected it to be. So what I heard was a lot of people went to Dallas. Now, that doesn't surprise me. The Dallas show has become a big thing, but I just didn't expect that many people to travel to Dallas. But overall, had a great day, a lot of fun, hanging out with James, hanging out with Seth, seeing Ziggy, and like I said, a couple other people came up to me out of nowhere that I had no clue who they were. And I apologize if it was like an awkward, hey, how are you? Because I trying to like put a face to people, and whether or not you were in the group and everything else, just trying to get to meet people. But that was awesome. That's what this is all about. I didn't even go around and look at half the tables at the show because I would catch myself, and the missus was like, you'll stand there and talk to somebody for 45 minutes. No wonder the time flies by. And I found out I do that. I'll get into a conversation with somebody, and just go to town on it. Yeah, Jamaj was there. He always rolls up to the local shows and everything. So it's a lot of fun, guys. I hope if you have shows in your area that you're able to get out to them. And if you are anywhere near close to where we are, at some point, I would love to get to meet more of you guys. It's so much fun. We went out to Red Robin. I showed y'all in the Facebook group. The burgers were on point today. I don't know what they did, but the food was great.
It was groundhog.
I don't know what it was, but man, it was good. I'm not even going to lie. So, anyway, James, I'm going to let you talk for a couple minutes.
No, it's fine.
Give your opinion of the show. He hadn't been to a big show, he said, for years and years.
Yeah, probably at least 15 years or so. It's been a long, long time. I was at the National back in the early 80s, 84, 85, something like that. But yeah, I haven't. This is just, you go to the malls and you eat little shows like that, but nothing like this. And the vintage was outrageous, just incredible.
That's what I promised the man, because I know he loves his vintage stuff.
Yep.
And it's just awesome.
Yeah.
It's really, really awesome. And it's not just vintage. I mean, there's ultra modern,
right?
Modern. There's something for everyone, really. There was comics.
Yep.
Mrs. picked up some. We had a little fun with the little, spousal competition, if you want to call it. I'm going to be honest, I did not intend to spend everything that I took with me. I ended up spending everything I brought. The missus did not. I want to say I was concerned, and she actually said it was a problem, and I don't feel that it's fair. I was concerned after thinking about, me and her doing this, of whether or not the vendors would try to get over on her because, she's a female. And she said that the vendors, really would not work with her on the pricing. She would look up and see what comps were and, ask them if they could go down a little bit, or get closer to comps, and they just wouldn't budge on their pricing. And I was worried about that. I was worried if they were going to try to, try to make it sound like they're giving her a good deal, and then, think that she wouldn't know what she was doing or how to look cards up or what the cards were. And apparently that I was correct on that. But she was, she stuck to her guns and didn't let that, get taken advantage of or whatever. She made some good buys, but she didn't buy a lot because, to be honest with you, a lot of the stuff was 20, 25, 30% over comp. And, a lot of them do that so they have some wiggle room. But if they weren't willing to work with her, then there was no point in her buying and paying 20 to 30% over comps. And I even told her before we even went, I was worried it was going to happen. And sadly, that was the case. And really, I don't think that's right. It doesn't, if I'm set up at a show selling, I don't care if it's a kid, a guy, a girl, whatever. I'm not going to take advantage of them for age or, hell, the kids, I give cards away. So I'm definitely not going to take advantage of a kid. But yeah, so it was sad to hear that. We kind of, she went her way, I did my thing, and we had a lot of fun. James picked up some nice stuff. And so overall, it was a good day. But yeah, Guns asked what was SGC like. I'm going to tell you guys what SGC was like. So I didn't bring a lot with me to sell, and what I did bring was majority hockey. I did make a trade on a hockey, an SGC graded hockey card straight up for a card I wanted. It was actually this one. I did not have this. So I traded a Jack Hughes SGC for Heritage Juan Soto PSA 10. I traded the guy straight up because I wanted the Soto. There was a few tables that their majority slabs were SGC. There was 2 or 3 guys wearing SGC shirts, which SGC guys out there, if you're watching my video, don't know how they got them, and I I don't even have a shirt. I don't even have an ink pen from SGC. I got tons of boxes. I'll make an exchange program. If I could get a shirt, I'll give you some of your boxes back. Just kidding, guys. But yeah, there was plenty of people there with like several people that had shirts on. There was, vintage. There was modern. Seth, I seen actually a good bit of SGC that was just the one far wall. I don't know if you checked it out, but there was a guy, actually like 3 tables in a row. The guys like were all talking SGC and everything. So it's still, a lot of PSA, a lot of BGS, but there was SGC, which was a good thing. And nobody there was no negativity about him, period. The talk was good. So that was definitely good to see. Overall, it was fun. It was kind of relaxing today.
It wasn't crowded. That was the good
Yeah,
thing.
it was relaxing,
Yeah.
The vendors were pretty cool. The people there, everybody was cool. So yeah. So we came home, we ripped a little bit of wax that we picked up. I got a couple of the retail, the 24-pack retail boxes of Upper Deck Series 2. We were hunting for this guy, because I did not have one. And Mr. James here, he opened a box, I opened a box, Mrs. opened a box. And James pulled the cappers off. So, again, thank you, James.
You're welcome.
And then the missus pulled a Stutzel. And then there was also a Niles Hoglander and Romanov. So that was pretty nice.
I don't know the first thing about hockey.
Yeah, we just ripped them, had some fun. Let's see. These back here, a big shout out. James likes to bring. So, before I get into this, James brought more cards to submit, and
Try to get rid of the glare.
so we have him on a little monthly scheduling now. And then he brought some goodies. So, these are handmade wooden stands, and I'm sure if people would like some stands for their cards, he would be. Yeah, that glare is bad.
Yeah.
I'm sure James would have some time at some point to maybe make some stands for people if they're interested. Hit him up in the Facebook group. He brought this. I don't know how well this will show up. Yeah, there it is. He brought some Marvel cards that he had. There's a Venom Hollow. I love the Venom stuff. He gave the missus this, what is this, 91? Nope, 94 Upper Deck. Electric, Emmett Smith, and if you notice it says error. And we were trying to figure out what the error was because I can't read it. And he couldn't exactly remember. But if you look at the yards, obviously 937 plus 1563 plus 1713 and 1486 does not equal 1900. Neither does 499 attempts because he had 373 in one single season. So that is incorrect as well. Considering he never had anything below a 3.9 average, the 3.8 average is incorrect. His longest is, it says 55 on his long, and yeah, there's nothing there at 55. He only has 9 touchdowns, but as you can see, in one season, he had 9 touchdowns. So yeah, there's many errors on the back of this card. Now that we can see it.
Right.
Oh, look at his receiving. He's had 12 touchdowns, even though it says 3. So there's many errors on this card. Hey, there's Shay. Shay is the attachment partner for Mr. James here. Shay, nice to meet you. Thank you for joining chat. You have a good man on your hands. I love hanging out with him. You'll have to come hang out sometime. I know you have your horses and stuff, though. And then he gave the missus a Emmett rookie that I'm going to have to send in because I still cannot figure out why mine got a 6. And hopefully that one does better. But yeah, see the card set up there real nice. Got a nice dark wooden background.
I'm trying to get rid of the glare.
Yeah, I used to have whites, but they got extremely hot in here. So I put in LED bulbs for that, for more lighting. But, alright, James, I'll let you show your stuff
Well,
off,
here's the missus.
right there.
Here's the missus. Still.
Well, do you have yours?
Yeah, right here.
Alright, well, show them since you're sitting in front of the camera right there.
Okay, here's a stand-up Mickey Mantle, 64.
If you hold it back a little bit. There you go. What's up, Robert? I'm letting James run the channel tonight. I'm just I'm taking the night off. I'm just working the controls.
He's gonna lose a lot of subscribers if I run the channel.
We're just working the controls. He's got the channel on lockdown tonight.
Here's a Elston Howard, same set. Bobby Richardson. I was trying to get all the Yankees. And here's a 56 Hank Aaron I was trying to get to help complete my 56 set. Which, pretty nice Aaron.
Yeah, there was some nice stuff there.
And here's my deal of the day, my Satchel Paige, which is beat the hell. But I don't care.
I'm going to tell you guys, this is why I love the people in our group and everything. He went and bought this card.
I couldn't wait to show it off.
Show him the back. Show him the back. Missing paper, everything, and he was so excited.
I got it for $80.
Yeah, he didn't pay the $95. He was so excited to pick this up, and that's why I love you guys, because I'm the same way. I just love owning the cards. And I also had bragging rights because I did not think that I actually had a vintage card that this man didn't have already. So, I'm proud of that.
And I bought a postcard of Mantle, which I didn't have as well. Which is, it's kind of beat, but it's still pretty cool. It's got good eye appeal. So, but that's what I got.
So that was James shopping. And then, again, I don't think these will show on the camera very well. But the missus, she picked up some comics that we didn't have. Couple Spider-Mans, some Punishers. This is a real cool Magneto. It's like got a foil on it. This one's really cool. It's Ultimate Avengers with like Punisher and a foil finish. Couple more Spider-Mans. These are just some cheaper ones we didn't have that had some cool covers. So, yeah, here's one. It's hard to show them on the camera, but...
Well, she said, the missus said there was one that they changed the cover because they don't make it anymore or something.
Holiday special. I don't...
Punisher?
I'm not sure. I know some of these are like the full sets. Like this has multiple in it. It's like the whole set. So she got those. And then she bought... where is...
Right here.
Where's her box? No, where's her box of wax? Because I didn't show it on the channel or on the Facebook group. We're going to see, because I have no clue what is in this box, guys. She bought a bunch. Like, she's told y'all she loves opening packs. So she bought packs. And I have no clue what's in these packs.
Robin Hood.
So she's got some Robin Hood packs. She was not kidding. Oh. She got Beetlejuice.
Are you going to open these, missus?
I don't know. Like, look at this. Donkey Kong.
Dick Tracy.
She got Donkey Kong. Uh-oh. See, I haven't looked at what the packs are. Our daughter loves Supernatural. So So there's a handful of Supernatural packs.
Alf.
Yeah, well, I know. Yeah, here's some more Alf.
Yep.
There's some more. And there's gum dust falling out of them, so they've never been opened, obviously. And then a bunch of Nightmare on Elm Street sticker packs. Sean, there's some stickers.
Now, Mrs., are you going to try chewing the gum?
I didn't know what all she bought. She said she got some goofy packs. There's some more Beetlejuice. And then she's got she's got 4 packs of KO boxing.
I've never seen any of this stuff.
We have some of the KO. I actually
Is that
have
actually boxing cards?
Yeah, I have the Muhammad Ali Hollow and the
That's right up
Mike
Guns' alley.
Yeah, I have the Muhammad Ali hologram and the Tyson out of that. They're full cards. And then I still have to look. I couldn't remember if we bought this. She did ask me before buying it. I told her I could not remember. But she bought a Phil Jackson rookie. And then she got me this. Well, she bought this. Because I've been wanting an 82 Topps Traded Cal Ripken. She bought a PSA 8. There honestly was not very many 82 traded Ripkens there. I was looking heavily in the areas I was checking out, and I only seen one, and the guy wanted a lot for a raw one. So, and then this is a cool card. I gotta look up about this guy. I don't know much about him, and I cannot actually pronounce his last name. Let me take it out of here. But this is a Piedmont T206. It's Rube Marquard. And the reason she bought this, so we shared with you guys in the group the Jackie Robinson that's showing part of the 52 Mickey Mantle. And I have dug and dug and dug for research to find out how the print run was of the T206 cards, because I thought it would be cool, since I can't afford an Honus Wagner T206, to get a card that was either on the left, right, top, or bottom of the Wagner. And there was some T206 guys there that absolutely knew pretty much everything about the T206s. And the guy actually showed her a picture of how the sheet was laid out, and this card was on top. It would have been the top right above the Honus Wagner on the sheet. So it's doesn't show part of the Wagner, but it was at one time kissing and touching the Honus Wagner. So very cool card. You know, there's so many people in the T206 set. That's why they call it the monster. And so if you can't buy the Wagner, buy the next best thing, and something that was touching the Wagner. So those were her pickups. Again, she did not spend everything that I gave her, because people were just kind of being bullies, I guess you would say. And then, so
Kata doesn't want to stay there.
It took me a while before I made my first purchase, and I'm actually glad I did, because I got a hell of a deal on it, and I'll show y'all in a minute. But so that's okay.
I'm wrecking the joint.
So as I've said before, I wanted to start trying to build the 69 Topps set. And there was one table, the guy had good prices on this stuff, and the cards are actually in really nice shape. Most of the time when I find these, they're beat up pretty bad. But there's a Hawkins, Dave Bing, Ray Scott. Some of these are just common guys. Neil Walk. Howie Comives, or however you say his name. Al Addles.
Good coach.
Walt Hazard. Bob Love.
Good player.
Dick Barnett.
Good player for the Knicks.
Walt Wesley. Leroy Ellis. Terry Dishinger. What is this? Flynn Robinson. Willie McCarter. Jim Washington. And then he also had a Bill Bradley that was graded PSA 5. And a Lenny Wilkins SGC 6.5. So that was all from one guy. I just bought all 69s that he had. He gave me a hell of a deal on them. I think I gave like 180 or 200 for everything here. So this set's only around 100 cards, 99 to 100 cards. So I think I'm already about a third of the way through the set now. And then, let's see. So I'll go ahead and show this. This is how I started off my buying. When we got to the show, the first table when you walked in the entrance, I spotted this card. And I asked the guy, well actually it was the lady. The guy was not at the table at the time. I asked the lady how much it was, and she told me $1,000. Well, we had just gotten there, and I wasn't ready to, spend that at the moment. So I walked around for a while, and I kept thinking about it, and I went back and I asked him if he was firm on 1,000, and he's like, I actually raised the price because I realized I was low. And looking it up, he showed me a raw sold for $1,400. The raws were over $1,000. So he had raised this price, and you can actually see it there where he had scratched out the 1,000 and put 1,500. But he honored the $1,000. So I bought it. And I got to give a shout out because the table was actually ran by Baseball Card Exchange. So really, he didn't have to do that. He could have said, hey, I realized my price was messed up. I bumped it up to what it should be at, But he honored the price since he knew that I was there earlier and what he had it originally priced at. So I do appreciate that. He could have even took it out of the case and just not even had it for sale anymore. Just to not be an ass about it. But he honored the price. So that was my first buy for the day, and that got the game started. I picked up this. I did not have the actual Chrome Acuna. I had the Chrome Update. So I seen a guy had the X-Fractor PSA 9. It's actually an older gentleman. And I remembered him from the first show we ever went to because I bought the PSA 89 Upper Deck Griffey off of him. That was my first purchase ever at the CSA show. He's an older gentleman, really nice man. So I picked up the Acuna. It is the X-Fractor, so was happy with that. And then I went on the vintage spree. But I am pretty damn excited. So we got the Gifford rookie. The only quarterback out of the NFL Top 100 for quarterbacks that I did not have his rookie of. It's a little beat up, but for the price, I couldn't pass it up because I didn't have one. But that's the Otto Graham rookie.
What year is that?
1950.
Okay.
but I did not have one. There's the George Hallis.
What year is that?
I think it's 52. Yeah, 52 Bowman.
Okay.
And this is the short. The guy had the larges as well, and I bought the shorts. They were a little bit cheaper. Here is the Y.A. Tittle rookie. Has a little corner and a crease, but otherwise, nice card. And this guy gave me a great deal on these. So couldn't pass them up. And then he had a Sayers. Another one I did not have. So I got these all from one vendor. Then I picked a Yastrzemski rookie up. Johnny Bench. And a Bob Gibson.
Only because he saw mine.
Yeah, well, I'd been wanting one, and then when he passed away, they went up a lot, and so I kind of had stopped looking at them, honestly.
Right.
And then I had been looking all show for this card because it's another vintage card I wanted to buy that went up, and I never got my hands on it because I put it off. They were very hard to come by at the show. James actually had seen a guy that had a few of them, so I was able to pick up the 57 Brooks Robinson. And it's it's off-centered, but otherwise it's in really nice shape.
Yeah, it looks really
And I actually
nice.
bought the cheapest one he had. So I picked that up.
It's a beautiful card.
Yeah, I'm happy to add that one. And then, since I got the Gibson rookie, Seth was there. He had a few things, so he tried giving me this. I wouldn't let him because he brought cards to sell. So, Seth, thank you. Glad I could pick this up off of you as well, man. So this is the second year Bob Gibson. So now I have not only the rookie, but I have the rookie and the second year. So pretty awesome. And then obviously I showed the Soto, traded for a Heritage Soto. So overall, there wasn't as many vendors, there wasn't as many people at the show, but there was a lot of awesome stuff. The conversation,
Yeah.
it was a great day. Shows like that, I'm not gonna lie though, they tire you out. You walk around for what? We were there for 7 hours, I guess.
And there were several guys I talked to for like a half an hour.
Yeah, the time gets away from you because you can just get into conversation.
Yeah.
And, it's awesome. You can definitely see when you go to these shows, there's people that still love the vintage as well as the modern stuff. I mean, James, he loves everything from the T206s all the way to 2021 Bowman.
Yeah.
So just because somebody likes, or basically majority collects vintage, doesn't mean they don't like the new guys. And it's awesome to see that when you go to the shows and you socialize and everything else and have conversation. It's like I tell people, like today, the people that I never met before or just came up to me, or Seth, who had never met me before, he'd only known us through the group or the channel. I'm like, I'm sitting here behind a camera, and anybody can sit here. I mean, actors sit behind a camera. And one thing I love is when I get to meet you guys in person, y'all can see I'm no different when you see me in person or whether I'm sitting here talking to you virtually behind a camera. I love cards. I love collecting. I love helping people. And I don't like BSing people, man. So it's all about having fun, making friends,
Absolutely.
going out and letting, James get a drink and a burger after the show, some awesome food. So yeah, you got any other thoughts, man?
No, not really. It was just a great day.
It really is, guys. I hope everybody, now that things are kind of loosening up on restrictions, I hope y'all, if you truly have a love for sports cards and you're not just in it trying to flip a dollar or whatever, if you would like to pick up a 53 satchel that is beat to hell and be excited about it because you finally owned a 53 satchel, please get out to some shows, connect with people, make some friends, pick up some stuff you may have always wanted. I could have probably spent $100 million in there today, and I'm not even kidding. There was so much stuff.
Yeah.
Everything from
6-figure
plus cards to 50-cent quarter cards. I mean,
and uniforms, baseballs, helmets, footballs,
pictures,
bats,
everything.
Yeah.
So it's always fun, man. And whether it's a small show or a large show, just try to get out and have some fun. If you truly love cards and everything, because it doesn't matter. I watched, we sat down and watched those back pages last night. And he was talking about the dip and, how he's a collector and everything. And I told him the same thing. I was like, I don't really care. I'm not selling this stuff.
Right.
So I don't even really go on and look at the prices of it, other than I've been trying to start keeping a database. That way, if something was to ever happen to me, the missus or the kids or whatever would be able to go on and have something to show them what they had. Outside of that, I don't really care. I love owning this stuff. So, but
yeah, and the missus wouldn't loan me the money for the 52 mantle. I don't know what's wrong with her.
She had the money for the 52 mantle and she didn't buy it? She must have hit the bank after I hit the bank, because I definitely didn't give her enough money to buy a 52 mantle. I can assure you that.
It's all fun.
Yeah. So, but anyway, guys, I wanted to hop on, let him, I told him to take the channel over, man. I was going to hit play. And just let him take the channel over. But he wouldn't do it.
I don't want to lose all his friends.
You're still sitting here. You've been here multiple times now, man.
I know.
So, yeah, it's just fun, guys. I don't do this shit to become, as people were saying, you're famous now, and I'm like, nah, I ain't famous. I'm just Bobbles, But you guys that did come up to me today, that was a shock, because I didn't expect it. And again, I apologize if I was awkward, because I didn't know how to respond. I didn't expect it. That's what this is about. That's what taking the time to sit here and chat with you guys, man. Making friends and stuff. I haven't even met Shay, but I have talked to her on the phone, and she's an awesome lady.
Love you, dear.
I see her pictures with the horses and stuff. And what is the one? Is it Cinnamon?
Well, there is Cinnamon, yeah.
Is that the one that broke the fence after y'all gave her a new stall or something? I follow along on the picture, Shay. I do see your post when you tag him in them with the horses and stuff. And the goats. The goats won't leave the horses alone. There was one that was like all up in the horse's business.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's awesome, man. I never would have imagined that this getting on here talking and babbling to you guys would lead to friendships and everything else like it has. So I do appreciate it, and that's why I do this, guys. It's just fun. These cards, this hobby, you know, people can name it whatever the hell they want. It is a hobby, and it is best served with friends and collecting, period. I don't care what other avenue you want to go after it. If you can make friends and you can build a collection and memories, who cares if the prices go up, down, sideways, left, right, diagonal? It doesn't matter.
Right.
Because you can't put a value on hanging out, with James or Seth, or, meeting up with Ziggy and the other guys that met up with me today, which I hope joined the group because they were awesome guys to talk to. Or meeting, vendors, like I told you, the older gentleman that I bought that Acuna off of, I remembered him from a couple years ago when I bought my 89 Upper Deck Griffey. That's things, you make connections. Yeah, Jamaj, he still hasn't brought his wife out to the show yet. I think he's worried that she's gonna want to buy stuff. I think that's what it is. But his cousin was awesome, and his shirt was like epic. White Man Can't Jump shirt, that was epic. So, but yeah, guys, the hobby's still strong, man. It's still strong. I don't care what the market is doing. It's still strong. So, yes, people asked today, did they have to sub with us to be a part of our group? No. You do not have... Our group is a little family. It even says it right at the bottom, our Facebook family. There's a lot of awesome people in there that help each other out and everything else, man. You don't have to sub with us. That's just where we put the information.
Sean.
No, Sean, you don't. We're not going to boot you out. Contrary to popular belief.
Just send your cards, though.
Yeah. But, anyway, I do appreciate you guys. Thank you for hopping on and watching this evening. We had a lot of fun. I hope you all have had a great weekend. So, I'm going to go ahead and hop off here for the night, guys. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy. You got to do the last part.
Me?
Yeah. He never watches to the end. Listen, guys.
I always watch to the end.
Stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video,
I'm out.
I'm out. Good night, guys.
Good night.